There are times when you may want to use a laser cutter or a die cutter like the Silhouette Portrait or the Silhouette Cameo to cut out a group of objects like the animal collage on this screen. In order to do that, you'll need a vector path around the object. One of the ways of getting a vector path that creates an outline around the object is to use the paint bucket tool. So if I take the paint bucket tool and I click inside this square, it creates a vector in which I can see if I pull out the vector and look at its nodes, and I can see that there are nodes at each corner and then in the middle of the sides. So in order to do so, now I'm going to delete this now that I've illustrated how it works, and we'll now expand this box so that it goes all the way around the objects that we are creating the outline around. Now that I have it expanded so that it surrounds the collage of animals, I can click the paint bucket tool, and once again we can see that we have our original box, which we now can delete, and then we have a second box that has been created by filling the space between the box, the original box, and the collage of animals. We'll want to remove the outer box so that we're left with just the outline. The break apart option under the path menu can be used to do that. So break apart essentially will take two objects. Do that one more time. It will take two objects and separate them. In this case, the object that I want to delete is the outer box, and now that leaves me with this original outline around the animals. It did a pretty good job, but it's not perfect. One of the things I'll need to do is simplify the number of nodes, which I can do by using the path simplify command, Control L. And now we have a fairly good outline, but with fewer nodes. And if you want, you can do this a second time. And now we're being very economical in our use of nodes. This isn't a perfect outline, and so if you want, you can go back and you can adjust it by using the handles on these Bezier curves, or if you like, you can even select a point on the outline and add another point that you can use to further bring the outline in, and so that it more closely conforms to the shape of the collage that you're cutting out. When you're satisfied that this is adequate, you can then save the object, and it will save in the native format of Inkscape as a scalable vector object file that can be used with a laser cutter, or in the case of the Silhouette die cutter, you can export the digital exchange format from Inkscape and use that with Silhouette Studio to cut out an outline with the die cutter.